Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody which doesn't infringe the copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
TV.
I pissed an associate off by saying this, so I wanted to share it with TikTok because I love pissing y'all off. Anyway, if you're married and cheat on your wife or your husband, I don't trust you. We'll never be friends, and I always call you an associate because I always think you're disloyal. If you're willing to disrupt your household and your foundation and your health and the things that you swore to protect, I would never think that you were loyal to me. I would never think that you were a good friend to me because you can't even be a good friend to the person that wants to live with you and die with you for the rest of your life. So no. Be mad all you want, but you a piece of shit to me regardless. Yeah.
Welcome to the show, Ringo TV Reactions. We are back with another one. That's right. We're dealing with this particular video here. You know what I'm saying? The world of TikTok is amazing. But this is the so-called soft girl era woman that pretty much went viral with her talking points about being, I guess, acting like she's feminine in order to get what she wants. Well, she put out this particular TikTok, and I keep telling you, fam, TikTok is like a place where people go to just make themselves look crazy. And it's a wonderful place because it just provides me easy content. I'm just being honest. It's a place where I just pretty much go and shop and just gather whatever material I need to pretty much do my reactions, and they make it so easy for me. I mean, I probably damn near have hundreds of thousands of videos already backed up and saved. So we got content forever, to be quite frank. Anyway, let's talk about this because I've seen this video is being remixed and stitched all over TikTok, and a lot of women are singing the praises of this video, but they don't understand what's really going on. So I'm going to break it down for you to understand what's going on. Jacob Jennings in the building. Sneaky Beanie, what's going on? Richard, what's happening? Okay, let's get into this thing. Okay, so you heard what she had to say, right? Everything seems to be cool. A lot of you ladies may be siding with her and you're like, yeah, she's speaking the truth. But what you really don't understand is that she's basically speaking about her own man. That's what you don't understand. Yeah. See, in the world of TikTok, a lot of women come on there and they share all their personal business, all of their trauma, all of their emotions, and it appears as though they're just making content. No, what she's doing is expressing emotion due to a traumatic situation that she's going through, and that is what she's doing. So let's take a listen to what she have to say so that we can break this thing all down, because a lot of people are siding with her and they're saying, wow, she's speaking the truth. She's doing this. But the thing is, the majority of you ladies that are siding with her, you're all traumatized just like her. Yeah. You're traumatized just like her due to the fact that all the guys you've been with cheated on you, broke your heart, and now you're miserable. And misery loves company. And in the world of TikTok, a lot of times when women come on and they share their life stories, it literally resonates with women because the majority of you are going through the same thing. And that creates a following that makes these women appear as if though they're speaking some sort of truth, but actually none of them ever heal or overcome any of their problems. Because all they're doing is gathering a congregation of other miserable women that feel the same way. And all of you are traumatized. None of you are getting any help. None of you are getting any counseling, and your therapist is traumatized just like you, so none of you are being healed. So let's take a listen to what she had to say. Let's break this thing down and find out what's going on here. So let's get into this thing. Let's go.
I pissed an associate off by saying this, so I wanted to share it with TikTok because I love pissing y'all off.
Now, she starts off by saying she pissed off basically someone that she know, an associate, and she loves to do this because she loves to piss people off on TikTok. So she starts off by saying this. You got to pay attention to the context in which she's speaking to know her motivation behind making the post. See, a lot of people, they blindly follow people and they don't listen to the underlying messages, the subliminal messages. She's not doing this because she's speaking any truth, because she want to help you. She's doing this because she want to piss you off. You see that, right? So let's listen to that again. Let's break this thing down. Again, this is Ringo TV Reactions, the best reactionary channel on YouTube, hands down. We provide the best commentary and criticism, so make sure you subscribe and click the like button. Let's go.
I pissed an associate off by saying this, so I wanted to share it with TikTok because I love pissing y'all off.
She loved pissing y'all off. That's why she's sharing it with you. She's not sharing it with you because she want to help you. She's not sharing it with you because she want to see you do better. She want to piss you off. That's her motivation. You see the facial expression now? So not only is she desiring to piss you off, but she's giving you the face look in the camera because she really want to get your attention, because that's what she's seeking. Typically, the majority of women that come on TikTok, they just want attention. They just want somebody to give them some company because, again, misery loves company. And TikTok provides an avenue by which you can share your misery and then company will show up. You'll build a following. You'll have 300,000 followers, 1 million followers, 10 million likes. And it appears as though you're successful, but all you do is attract other traumatized people to pretty much follow you around. And none of you are being helped because you really don't want to hear the truth. You see, here on Ringo TV Reactions, we provide you truth, commentary, and criticism. We give you what you need so that you can be edified, educated, and stimulate your thoughts so that you think outside the box. She came on TikTok to get your attention, to irritate you, to get you upset, to get a reaction out of you. My job is to show you what she's not showing you. Let's go.
Anyway, if you're married and cheat on your...
If you're married and you're cheating, not if you have a friend, not if you have a bestie. No, if you're married. Now, if you watch my previous reactionary videos with her, I'm not talking about the one I did yesterday. I'm talking about the ones that I did with her. We discovered that she left her alleged husband because, you know, on social media, all of these ladies claim that they're married, but they're all miserable for whatever reason. She claimed that she left her husband over 4 times, or multiple times, I should say, right? So if she left her husband multiple times and she was going through all of these different issues, she made it clear in that particular video that anytime something comes up, any sort of issue in the household, she closes up. This is what she pretty much shared. This is what she put out there. But for whatever reason, it's like she's not understanding that she has an issue. This is the same woman that says she is bipolar. That's right. I'm not making this up. We have the receipts on the platform. She made it very clear that she is bipolar. So not only do you have a woman that is traumatized, a woman that pretty much run from her relationships over and over and over, for whatever reason, she's not understanding that her releasing all of this is actually only attracting other miserable people just like her. Now, she runs from relationship problems. She never deals with them head on. She's bipolar by her own admission, right? She has a lot of trauma, a lot of hurt, a lot of baggage. And she uses social media to vet, to pretty much put out all of this energy. And what most of you are doing, you blindly follow, and you're not realizing who is providing you the information. So she makes it clear that if you're married to somebody, now why would she start off with if you're married for somebody? Because in context, that is the core underlying issue. So now she's judging everybody else around her in terms of friends based off of how she is being treated in a marriage situation. So who is she talking about? See, you must understand the language. You must understand the body language. and her motivation for making said posts. This is all about her current relationship. That is what this is about. Let's listen to this thing again. Let's go.
I pissed an associate off by saying this, so I wanted to share it with TikTok because I love pissing y'all off. Anyway, if you're married and cheat on your wife or your husband, I don't trust you. We'll never be friends, and I always call you an associate because I always think you're disloyal. If you're willing to disrupt your household and your foundation and your health.
If you're willing to disrupt your household and your foundation. So who is she talking about? She's talking about her own man. Yeah. That is who she's talking about. But see, it's not really the man that's the problem. The problem is her. Because she's bipolar. She titles "You Are Fake." But the truth is she's the one that's fake. Because she's now judging all of her friends and everybody else based off of what she don't like about her relationship. And what's sad about this is that when you have a person that have some sort of issues going on with them and they are programming you with these thoughts, what you're going to now do is do the same thing she's doing. Because if you read her comments under her video, it's amazing how many flies it actually captured. It's amazing how many women are in the comment section cheering her on, singing her praises, and they don't even realize that they're being poisoned. But this is social media. This is what social media does. There's a lot of fake people on social media, a lot of people that are miserable. Misery loves company. They're traumatized. This is why it's very good if you're a content creator or just anybody, and in all walks of life, that you learn how to walk solo, that you learn how to just be about your own business, because there's a lot of mentally sick people on social media that have cell phones and cameras and microphones, and their mouths run and run and run, and they're crazy. There's no other way to put it. There's no nice way to put it. There's a lot of crazy people on social media that make content, and you listen to their content and you're like, look, you need help. Like, seriously, you need help. You're not in a position to be helping anybody when you're nuts, you know? But listen to this thing again. Hear what you got to say.
I pissed an associate off by saying this, so I wanted to share it with TikTok because I love pissing y'all off. Anyway, if you're married and cheat on your wife or your husband,
if you're married or cheating. So we're dealing with the subject of cheating. So somebody cheated on her. That's what's boiling her up right now. She's not going to tell you that, but that's what's happening.
I don't trust you. We'll never be friends, and I always call you an associate because I always think you're disloyal. If you're willing to disrupt your household and
But you said in the beginning that you're pissing off an associate. You said in the beginning of your TikTok that you're doing this because you pissed off an associate of yours. That's what you said. But now you're saying that if you cheat on your husband or wife, that you will look at them as an associate. This is not making any sense. See, the truth is she's hurt about the fact that she's most likely with a guy and he's probably out there fooling around with other women, and it's burning her up. So what she's doing now is she's basically judging everybody as if though if you have cheated on your mate, that she's going to look at you as an associate because she don't trust you. Now, before we continue, how many times have this woman ever cheated on a man in her lifetime? How many times have this woman dealt with multiple guys on the low key? How many times? So let me get this straight. This woman has a spanking clean lifestyle. This woman never made any mistakes. This woman never did any wrong. She never did anything. She's perfect, right? That's what she want you to believe. That's what she want you to believe. Listen to this again.
I pissed an associate off by saying this, so I wanted to...
See, she says she pissed an associate off. If the person is associate, then they're really not they're not a friend. You do all know that, right? In the clouds, right? An associate is not a friend. An associate is just that. They're not a friend.
Share it with TikTok because I love pissing y'all off. Anyway, if you're married and cheat on your wife or your husband, I don't trust you. We'll never be friends.
So you don't trust nobody that cheated on their wife or husband. You don't trust them. But so that means you never cheated. So you're basically saying that you never did anything wrong. So everybody's supposed to trust you. That's what you're telling me? See, no, ma'am. You're fake. You're fake. See, everybody else that looks at your TikTok, they go and flow with you because they're not listening carefully. They're not using critical thinking. So they just go with the flow. But you're basically saying that anybody that cheated on their partner, that you don't trust them and you will look at them a certain way. So what you're basically saying is that you never did anything in your life, that you're perfect and everybody should trust you. Why should anybody trust you? That's the question.
And I always call you an associate because I always think you're disloyal.
You will always think everybody else is disloyal because of what they did in their personal relationships. No, you're judging other people based on what's happening in your relationships because you're salty about what a man did to you. That's what's happening. See, she's not telling you that, but the truth is she's salty about what a man did to her. See, a lot of times, a lot of these women, they think they're cute and they think that they are invincible and a man would never cheat on them. But the truth is, a man is going to always desire another woman, and there's nothing a woman can do about that. In her TikToks, she talked about how she was the one that always ran from her relationship. In other words, anytime difficulty came up, she would pack up and she would move on. And she would break up and make up and break up and make up. So she's the one that have the insecurity issues. She's the one that's going through the trauma. It's not the man. But let's go.
If you're willing to disrupt your household and your foundation and your health.
How many times have you done that? How many times have you disrupted your household by leaving your man? And possibly children, because I don't know if she have children or not. But at the end of the day, how many times have you disrupted your household? How many times have you left? How many times have you cheated in your lifetime? Are you willing to share that with TikTok? Are you willing to tell the community how many times you entertained different guys on the low key while you were in a relationship? How many times? See, these are the things they will never discuss publicly because, again, they have to appear perfect. This is what she's doing. Let's go.
And the things that you swore to protect?
The things you swore to protect? What about the things you swore to protect? See, they saying things you swore to protect. I don't know anybody that get married and sits there at an altar talking about what they swore to protect. See, it sounds good when you listen to that. It sounds nice. It sounds interesting. But how many people actually swear to protect this and swear to protect that? Where is that? What marriage vow is that? She's making that up. Let's go.
I would never think that you were loyal to me. I would never think that you were a good friend to me.
See, she's salty. So she's going to never think that you're a good friend to her. She's never going to think you're loyal to her. So basically, in order to be her friend, you would have to be perfect. You would have to never make a mistake. You would have to never do anything wrong. Those are the kind of people you need to avoid. People like that. Because they believe that they're perfect. In other words, in her world, in her mind of mine, she believes she's perfect and everybody's supposed to trust her. It's interesting how she dished this out and yet she believes that she's perfect. So everybody that's viewing her, you're going to trust her. Why? Let's talk about her past. Let's talk about how many times she cheated. I can guarantee you this woman is not an angel. I can guarantee you she cheated multiple times on every single man she dealt with. I don't want to hear nothing about she been faithful her whole life. You understand? Women be out here doing all sorts of stuff on the low. But she's coming across as very arrogant, very self-absorbed. She is very conceited. And she have a high estimation of herself as if though she's better than everybody, right? And she's looking down on you, basically saying, look, if you ever cheated on anybody, I don't trust you. You're not even worthy. I know you're never going to be loyal to me. See, what she have is a lot of hurt and pain inside, which is what a lot of you ladies have inside. Again, this is Ringo TV Reactions, the best reactionary channel on YouTube. Nobody does a better job when it comes to commentary and criticism. They don't have a mouthpiece to talk, But anyway, let's get back into this. Let's go.
Because you can't even be a good friend to the person that wants to live with you and die with you for the rest of your life.
See that? Because you can't be a good friend to the person that want to live with you and die with you for the rest of your life. So her whole premise and point of making this is about a relationship. In other words, you can't even be faithful in this relationship. So because of the trauma and the issues that I'm going through in my own house, I'm going to now judge all my relationships and all the people that I call friends based off the same thing. In other words, if you folks are out there cheating on your mate, then guess what? I can't trust none of you. Why? Because in my house, my man is cheating on me and he's doing this and he's doing that. So therefore, I'm going to judge all of you by the lens that I have over my eyes. That's crazy. And again, this woman ran from her relationship multiple times. She made it publicly clear that she's bipolar and many other different things. All I'm doing is repeating the things that she talked about and examining and reviewing the data. That's all we're doing. We're not making anything up. This is not even alleged. We have the receipts on the platform of her making these things publicly clear. So let's go.
So no, be mad all you want, but you a piece of shit to me regardless.
Notice, be mad all you want, which is what she said she wanted to do to all the people that view the video. She wanted to make you mad. See that? She want you to get mad.
I pissed an associate off by saying this, so I wanted to share it with TikTok because I love pissing y'all off.
She pissed an associate off, and now she want to piss you off. So is this somebody that's trying to help you, or is this somebody that just want attention? Is this somebody that want to help you be a better person, or is this a woman that just want to piss you off to get a reaction out of you so that you can start talking? Because this is what TikTok is. It's a place where women go to just share all of their trauma and drama, and they put it in a format of a video. And then other women that are miserable gravitate towards those particular videos. That's exactly what's going on. And I try to bring these things out so people can get the information. Let's check this clip out. Let's go.
Social media really got y'all in a frenzy. Y'all expose yourselves on a daily basis on how many miserable people require company. That meme that says, I'm the first to admit that my life isn't perfect, blah, blah, blah. Why do y'all want people to walk around with credit score bad on their forehead? Miserina and your miserette friends. Why do you require people to live in their trauma all day, every day? You don't know what grace and resiliency is? Nobody taught you how to get through some shit and be happy during the process. You need some help. Everybody on social media is not faking. And now a bunch of miserable, traumatized people are in a race to prove that they're realer by exposing their traumas instead of growing and being strengthened by them and realizing and having faith that everything will be okay at the end. See, that's the thing. Y'all don't really be healed. Y'all don't really be healing. Y'all be miserable and requiring people to be miserable with you.
You don't see that she's talking about herself? You don't realize that when these women post these TikToks, they're actually talking about themselves and don't even realize it. That's exactly what's going on here.
That's why people who act like their life is so fucking good irk your soul. They irk your spirit. Social media really got y'all in a frenzy. Y'all expose yourselves.
That's exactly what you're doing. You expose yourselves. You expose yourselves every time you talk because you say one thing, then you put out another clip and it says something else. And when you really think about it, you're talking about yourself. That's what's happening here.
On a daily basis on how many miserable people require company.
You see that? Miserable people require company. There's so many miserable people on social media, fam. When I tell you, you got people that they get up in the morning. The first thing they start thinking about is how they can make you miserable or how they can gather other people that are miserable like them so that they can all congregate in one place and be miserable, talking about other people that are pretty much not even focused on them. You have people that will talk about your relationship because you have a good relationship and they're mad about that. So they'll sit online and they'll just talk about how negative your relationship is, even though they don't even know you from nowhere. But these are the things they'll start talking about because they're miserable. They're mad that their relationship sucks. So they got to find something about your relationship that's wrong, even though they don't even know you. And then other people will begin to chime in and talk about, yeah, their relationship this, their relationship that. And none of these people know you, but they're all talking about you. Isn't that amazing? But that's the nature of miserable people. That's how they work. That's how they do their thing.
That meme that says, I'm the first to admit that my life isn't perfect, blah, blah, blah. Why do y'all want people to walk around with credit score bad on their forehead? Miserina and your miserette friends. Why do you require people to live in their trauma all day, every day? You don't know what grace and resiliency is?
I mean, think about the amount of trauma and insecurities a person have to put a mask on every single day. Think about that. The lashes, the hair, the makeup, all of that to try to cover up the sadness. That's exactly what this is. Oh yeah, she's doing a lot of projecting, casting blame. Everybody else is the problem. She's perfect. Again, she's perfect. There's nothing wrong with her. She's flawless. Everybody's supposed to trust her.
Nobody taught you how to get through some shit and be happy during
Why don't you get through your trauma and drama? Why don't you get through what you're going through?
the process. You need some help.
You definitely need help. A lot of help. Because a lot of times women are like this. And you know what's so sad about this? I don't personally believe that she's in a relationship. There's no possible way that she could be in a marriage and have a man. Because a quality man, right? A quality man will sit down his woman and actually talk and help her to deal with all of the trauma and the drama that she's going through. I'm just keeping it 1,000 with you. There is no way that a woman can have a man in the house. I'm talking about a masculine man that is actually leading and guiding her, but yet she's on social media expressing all of her trauma and drama. There's no way. A quality man is going to talk and minister to his woman so that she don't have to be on social media making herself look weird. You understand what I mean? So there's no way that she's in a happy relationship at this point. Something happened along the lines that made her make this post. Now, if you go to her page, right, before the video, well, not the main video. She posted about 3 videos with the same piece. The last one, the latest one, it starts off where you see a man and a woman together. Now, I'm not sure if that's her in the photo. I'm not sure. I don't have the clip with me here to show you. You would have to go to her page to find out. But my point is, it starts off with a man and a woman. And being that she posts the post 3 times, that is more proof of the underlying issue of a relationship drama. Whereas a man possibly cheated on her, possibly her ex, possibly her husband. I don't know. I just don't have that information because on social media, people act like they're married. People do this for clout. People do this to appear important. They do this because maybe they're a single mother and they want to appear as if though they're happy. So they'll tell everybody I'm married. And they believe that by saying I'm married, that it gives them some sort of status of happiness, when really just because you claim to be married does not mean that you are happy. Because happy is a state of peace of oneself. In other words, I'm not happy because I have a woman in my life. I should be happy because I'm happy by myself. And sadly, a lot of people are not happy. They're looking for someone else to make them happy. You have a lot of women that are looking for a man to make them happy. You have a lot of guys that think that if I could just get me a beautiful, attractive woman, I'll be happy. No, you won't. If you're not happy by yourself, if you don't have peace and tranquility by yourself, you will never be happy. Nobody can make you happy. Matter of fact, if I gotta make a woman happy, I won't be happy because I'm gonna be fulfilling something that I really don't want to do. Imagine every day you have to bring a woman flowers, hearts, and candy and sing love nothings in her ear every day just to make her feel special. Imagine doing that every day. That would become a burden. Imagine as a woman, you are with a miserable guy that is insecure, and every day you got to keep telling him that he's a great guy. You have to keep on encouraging him every day. And all he do is beat himself up, telling himself he's not nothing. And you're there telling him, baby, it's going to be okay. You're going to find a job. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. And he's like, I'm a bum. I'm nothing. I can't survive. You're going to be like, look, fam, I'm out of here. I'm leaving. I don't got time for this. I don't got time to keep trying to make somebody be happy. Because look, you could be in a relationship as a man and woman. Let's say, for example, you're a man and you have a woman. She's unhappy all the time, but you're a brother. You're happy. You're at peace. You feel good about your life. You go to work, you come home, you got hobbies, you got things that you do. But your woman, she's miserable. She's miserable because you're happy. Do you know that you could be in a relationship with somebody and they're happy and you're not happy, and you're mad because they're happy? You're mad because your partner has a hobby that they enjoy. You're mad because your boyfriend is playing video games and he's happy. He's in his own little world. You're jealous because he's happy. That's what goes on in a lot of relationships. See, I'm preaching right now. You have a lot of women that be in relationships and they're jealous of their man because their man have something that he do. He have peace. He have joy. He look forward to getting up in the morning, whereas you have nothing to look forward to because you're miserable. So you're mad at him. You're jealous of him because he gets attention. Do you know that you could be in relationships and you be jealous of your partner? Jealous of their success? Jealous of the fact that other people know them? Jealous of the fact that they're popular? There are people like that. So in her situation, she's salty about the relationship. That's why she said the following in terms of, oh, if you're cheating on your mate, I won't trust you. I will see you as an associate. So because of the hurt and the pain she's going through in her relationship, now she's going to judge all of her friends. Now she's going to call you all associates. So now she's going to be looking for you to be cheating to decide whether or not she's going to either call you a friend or an associate. That's wrong, because now she's implying that she's perfect, and we all know she's not.
Everybody on social media is not faking, and now a bunch of miserable, traumatized people are.
Yes, miserable, traumatized people. There's a lot of miserable, traumatized people online. A lot. And they all have microphones and cameras. And pretty much social media allows them the liberty to expose themselves.
A race to prove that they're realer by exposing their traumas instead of growing and being strengthened by them.
Why you're not strengthened by them?
Realizing and having faith that everything will be okay at the end.
Everything should be okay at the end, but you're out here pretty much expressing your trauma and your drama. And then you're pouring it on people and projecting on people. You're basically accusing people of not being loyal based on whether or not they cheated on somebody or not, because that's what you're experiencing. In other words, she's taken her experiences with a man that she's allegedly with, right? And for whatever reason, she's now identifying everybody around her as being just like the guy. Isn't that what modern women love to do? And this is why I always tell you brothers that when you get with a woman, chances are she's going to punish you and judge you based on the trauma and the misery she suffered with her previous guy. And then now you're going to be working overtime, even triple time, in order to make her happy. I'm not going to be placed in a situation like that where I got to be doing all this work in order to make a woman feel happy. I don't got time for that. Some of you guys, you're with a woman, she requires you to come home at a certain time in order for her to feel happy. Because if you're out too late, she become insecure because she think you're out there with another woman, right? And who cares if you're with another woman? As a man, you're supposed to have another woman. A man's supposed to have more than one wife, more than one concubine. I tell women this all the time, and they keep getting mad at me. And I'm like, look, fam, you're going to be miserable for the rest of your natural life. If you're out here constantly worrying about what your man is doing with another woman, you're crazy. Play your position, take care of those kids, play your position, take care of that house, bring forth children for this man, and be loyal to him. And understand that he's a man. He's not an emotional woman that you think you can control. He's a man. He have a nutsack with billions of sperm cells, and the Most High created him to be fruitful and multiply. Bars. The Most High did not create a man with billions of sperm cells to be active with one woman. That makes no logical sense. What's the point of making me a man and providing me with billions of sperm cells only to be locked down to one woman? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. You understand? What's the point of having all of that and I can't spend it? That's like a man having $500 billion and he hoards all the money, and he refused to share. He refused to share the money. He can't spend that money in his lifetime. But he wanted all to himself. That's exactly what monogamy is for a man. Locking him down. And then what women do? They go crazy. They become insecure. You cheated on me. I'm sad. What are you sad for? Because he got with another woman in whom he loved? You mad about that? I get it. You're mad because he got with another woman and he found out that that woman is actually taking care of him and treating him better than you. And that bothers your insecurities, because now it means that it's going to require you to get to work and do better. See, brothers, listen to me, fam. A lot of times women get upset when you deal with another woman because, in all truth, it exposes her insecurities and the trauma. Because what happens is when you get with another woman, chances are you will see how she treat you. And when you realize that another woman is treating you way better, and you tell your woman, look, this other sister I'm dealing with, number one, she don't talk to me the way you talk to me. She encourages me. When I go to her crib, she always want to cook for me. It doesn't matter what the situation is, but you're always arguing. You're always wanting to fight. You're always watching my phone. You're always doing this. Like, I can't deal with this nonsense. That's why I go to her crib. I have peace over there. That bothers a woman. You know why? Because that mean, brother, the whole time you were in a relationship with her, she was not being a good woman to you. That mean you were not getting your needs met. That mean that she was literally playing you for a fool. She was wearing the title wife, girlfriend, but she wasn't providing you nothing. You were paying a high price, a high premium, and she wasn't giving you nothing. Whereas the other woman that you got over here on the side, that sister is literally being a wife to you, and she don't even have the title wife. So who do you think that brother is going to go to? A man is supposed to have more than one woman. Brothers, never let a woman try to trap you down in any monogamous relationship. Don't you ever put yourself in a situation like that. I don't care how fine that sister thinks she is, how bad she thinks she is, how hot her body look. None of that stuff mean nothing at the end of the day, fam. Because you got women out here that look very good, very fine. All of that stuff is nice, and they treat the man they with like trash, bruh. They don't provide no loving for that brother. They don't cook him no meal. They don't give him no sex. They don't give him nothing. Half of them don't even want to have children, bruh. Seriously. As men, we're supposed to build civilization. We're supposed to have a large family. We're supposed to have offspring everywhere, fam. Don't ever let a modern woman keep you brothers trapped in any sort of monogamous relationship. This is why we have so much trauma and drama with women today. It's because they're full of insecurities, because they don't want you to multiply. They don't want you to be with no other woman but them. And that is why they're miserable. If all the women in the clouds that are viewing, because we know you're viewing in secret, we know that you personally don't like me because I speak the truth, but for whatever reason, you love to hear my voice because it's so soothing. Right? The reason why you have so many problems with men is because you're insecure. You're constantly worried about what woman he got. That is your problem. And anytime you find out, you become more traumatized. Why? Because you don't like the fact that he is out there getting the attention of another woman. But you know what's so crazy about this, brothers? Modern women would not want to deal with you if other women don't like you. Women normally gravitate towards men that other women want. But for some odd reason, when they get the man, now they don't want him to attract no other woman. Isn't that crazy? It's amazing. But anyway, brothers, at the end of the day, don't ever let yourself get caught up in any sort of monogamous type of relationship. It's a bad deal. It's going to always fail. Every woman in the cloud that have a so-called man, I can tell you that every relationship you ever had broke up because you found out that the guy had another woman and you left. The guy didn't leave you. Men typically do not break up with women. Men never break up with women that they like. They never do. Because once again, as a man, we're designed to build relationships with women. A man have the ability to love more than one woman, but a woman could never love more than one man. Never. She could never love more than one man. A woman is only designed to love one man, but a man is designed to love more than one woman. And we are able to multitask and do what we need to do. But a woman can't do that. When a woman tries to be a man in terms of having multiple men, that is when she becomes more traumatized because of the DNA and the metamorphosis that happened when she engaged in sexual activity with multiple men. Ladies, when you engage in sexual activity with multiple men, you go through what is known as a metamorphosis. When you take in the DNA of a man, i.e. his spirit, you become just like him in essence. You take on his personality, you take on his habits, his bad ways, all of him. And before you know it, you become more traumatized, especially when you're dealing with the likes of a Pookie and a Ray Ray. And because you don't want a quality man, a good man that's going to guide you and lead you, you become more traumatized and more engulfed in flames. And when you get with another man and engage in sexual activity, you grow worse and worse and worse. And then what is known as the pair bonding effect, you will lose it. The majority of women that engage in sexual activity with multiple men will not be able to pair bond with a man. This particular activity will cause her to be unable to pair bond, which means you'll get with a new guy. He seemed to be a good guy. You like him, but for whatever reason, you're unable to love him. For some reason, it's just not bonding. You're not bonding to the man. Why? Why you're not bonding to the man? Because you've been marked by all of the problematic guys of your past. Because of your history, your body and your spirit rejects good men. So you seem to only attract the same kind of man over and over with a different face. Do you understand? This is real. So I hope that you ladies out there are learning the game. I hope that you're understanding what's happening here, but let's go.
See, that's the thing. Y'all don't really be healed. Y'all don't really be healing. Y'all be miserable and requiring people to be miserable with you.
That's exactly what they're requiring of you brothers too. Because you'll have women that are miserable, and then when they get into a relationship with you, they're going to make you miserable too. Imagine being with a woman and she's miserable all the time. Imagine that. Misery loves company, brothers. And a lot of times women are miserable and they bring that misery into a new relationship. And all of a sudden you start seeing her attitude, you start seeing the trauma and drama, and all of that came from the previous guy. All of that came from the previous guy. And now you're going to be there doing all of this work, trying to make a woman satisfied when she can't. Listen, Prince told you that she's never satisfied. You understand? She's never satisfied. Once a woman been down that dark road and been pretty much active with multiple different guys and had nothing but heartache and pain that could have been avoided if she understood polygyny, she would pretty much it would just be a self-sabotaging thing where every relationship she get into, she destroys it. You know how many women destroys relationships? Every guy they get with. I'm talking about good guys. When she get with a good man, she destroy the relationship and send that guy on his way. And then she regrets it later on. Do you know how many women are literally delusional? Let me explain something to you brothers, man, because I was going to do a whole separate video about this. Do you know there is such thing as women that are so mentally delusional that they would like a guy? Listen to me carefully, brothers. I need for you to listen to this because this is real. There are women out here that like a guy, right? They like him. I'm talking about these women would love to be with him, right? But they don't know how to show any love whatsoever. So what they do is they express trauma and drama. That's the only way they could communicate. They don't know how to speak English. They don't know how to communicate love. They don't know how to be peaceful. They don't know how to say, look, I'm sorry. They don't know how to do anything else but be dramatic. Do you understand me? I'm talking about there are women out here that would like a guy, would like to be in a relationship with a guy, but because of their miserable nature, they don't know how to communicate. So what they do is they do evil. They do wickedness. They fabricate stories. They lie. They cheat. They manipulate. Do you understand me? It could be a situation where you're on the job, brother. There's a woman there that for whatever reason, you were talking to her, trying to holler at her. Things didn't go as planned, but for whatever reason, she's still on the job. So what she do is she's trying to get your attention by doing evil, by doing this, by doing that. She's trying hard to get your attention, hoping that you bite, hoping that you react, hoping that you say something, and it's just not working for her. Why? Because she's mentally crazy. Something's wrong with her. She don't know how to speak English. She don't know how to come out and just say, look, this is how I feel. This is what it is. But because of the nature of misery, she wants company. But she want you to play in the sandbox of misery. She want you to come at her with the same energy, because that's the only language a traumatized person understand, is to be miserable. So she want you to be miserable. But if you're the type of guy that is not, it destroys their heart and it breaks their soul because they don't know how to communicate with you. There are women out here, brothers, that like you, but they know they can't be with you because they know they're crazy and they're miserable. But they want to be with you, but they don't want to be with you. They're confused. They're delusional. They're out of their mind. They can't stop thinking about you. They can't stop talking about you. Something's wrong with them. And it could be that the guy that she was with, she want to be with him, but the guy's like, look, I don't want to be with you no more. I'm not trying to be with you. I'm not even thinking about you, but you keep thinking about me. So in her delusional nature, she will fabricate stories, fabricate lies. She'll make things up about you and then come on TikTok and start talking. And before you know it, everybody following along, believing lies. And it's crazy, fam, what goes on out here. There are so many traumatized, delusional women out here that do this all day, every day. And it's a sad situation. But this is what's happening in these streets.
That's why people who act like their life is so fucking good irk your soul. They irk your spirit.
Listen, she is looking at other people's lives that have a happy relationship, and it bothers her. There are people out here that are in competition with you, and you don't even know they're in competition with you. This is why I love to roll solo and just do my own thing, and I don't entertain none of these people because I realize that there's a lot of crazy people in this world. A whole lot of crazy people. So that's about it, fam. So if you're joining in the stream, it's 249 people in the building, 178 likes. Let's get them likes up to 200, fam. Let's get them likes up to 200, right? Let's do that. Very important, right? Let's go.
I pissed an associate off by saying this, so I wanted to share it with TikTok because I love pissing y'all off. Anyway, if you're married and cheat on your wife or your husband, I don't trust you. We'll never be friends, and I always call you an associate because I always think you're disloyal.
She'll always think you're disloyal. See? Why? Because of the traumatic situations she's dealing with in her relationship. That's why she's judging everybody else. That's the wrong way to think. Again, this woman on the screen publicly made it clear that she's bipolar. I didn't make that up. That's not me alleging. These are facts. We have the video evidence pretty much on the platform in a previous reaction video that I made.
If you're willing to disrupt your household and your foundation...
If you're willing to disrupt your household, she's talking about her own household at this point. She's talking about her own household at this point. That's what she's talking about. Pay attention.
Your health and the things...
And your health. She said if you're willing to disrupt your household and your health, which mean when she talks about health, she's talking about as a man or woman, if you're intimate with someone, possibly getting an STD. See, they love to throw all of this stuff out there to try to be dramatic, right? But they forget about their own past.
That you swore to protect, I would never think that you were loyal to me.
That is, listen, if you look at her expressions on her face, this is about a man doing something to her and it burns her up.
I would never think that you were a good
You see that?
friend of me because you can't even be a good friend to the person that wants to live with you and die with you for the rest of your life.
You can't even be a good friend to the person that want to live with you and die with you and be with you for the rest of their lives. She's traumatized over a relationship, people. That's what this whole TikTok was about. It's not her giving you any great advice on how to deal with people. No, she is traumatized over the issues that she's going through.
So no, be mad all you want, but you a piece of shit to me regardless.
See, that's her attitude. Brothers, if you get involved with a woman like this, chances are you will never have any peace and the relationship will never go anywhere. This is why I keep telling you, brothers, that when you deal with modern women, you deal with them as concubines. In other words, You get to know them. You have a relationship with them. You let her stay by her place. You stay by your place. Never move in with a woman. Brothers, never move in with a woman. You don't do that. You have your own place. You let her have her own place, and you link up. That way, there's a separation between the two of you. There's a bonding effect because, see, when you're in the same place, things change. When you're separate, it causes her to remain in her feminine ways. It helps her to develop, to get herself ready, to make sure she looks attractive for you. But when you live in the same place, a lot of times what modern women tend to do is they start to let themselves go. They start to get a little too comfortable because you're around them all day. This is why when most people get married and most people are in relationships or live together, before you know it, the woman is walking around the house looking like a man. She have on these big jogging pants, a big old sweater. She don't look sexy. She don't look attractive. She don't look stimulating to your mind. And women get upset when they wonder why their man ain't up all under them when they look like trash around the house. Imagine that. As a woman, you're with a man and you look like trash around the house. You don't look attractive, but you're mad because he's liking IG photos. You're mad because he got some pretty lady on his desktop computer. But look at you. Look at you, woman. Look at how you look around the house. You look like a mess. You don't deck yourself out. You don't even smell good. When was the last time you put on perfume while walking around the house while your man is home? When was the last time you put on some sexy outfit that is decent enough to walk around the house with, even though you got kids? Because just because you have kids doesn't mean you stop being a woman. Just because you have kids doesn't mean, okay, I can't do this and I can't do that no more. No, you can look nice looking for your husband's eyes, for your man's eyes, even though you got children around the house. Do you understand me? But the problem is a lot of modern women don't do that. This is why it's better, brothers, to deal with them as concubines where they live in their own place and you live in yours. That way, she will know how to be a lady. You understand? It's something about that basic separation that causes you to bond more. But if the woman been traumatized by multiple men, then it's going to be very difficult for her to bond to you. It's going to be very difficult. So that being said, we're going to get on out of here. I got some things to do. Got to get something to eat. And again, we're going to be on live later on. Full studio, on camera. I know I've been saying this for a couple of days, but you have to understand that I'm very, very busy. Very, very busy. But we're going to definitely be on later in the day or in the afternoon, somewhere around there. Full studio setup. You already done know how it is. Getting some things wired up. It is what it is. So y'all look out for that. And it is what it is, fam. So again, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Ringo TV Reactions. You already done know. Wine on me, girl. Love on me. Hope you learned something. Hold on me, girl. Squeeze on me. You done know. Hold on me, girl. Love on me. Play with me, girl. Missing you, baby. Ringo TV Reactions. Providing you and yours
My baby.
the best reactionary videos on YouTube.
My baby.
Let's go.
Loving you, baby, me think about you. Honey, me missing you. Baby, me wanting
I'll catch you all in the next video.
Loving you,
Ringo TV Reactions. We out, fam. Peace.
Baby, me wanting you.
We out of here.
Wind up, girl, and get on bad.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV. Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth, 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.